Hi, welcome to Youth News, the place for Generation Z to share all their real opinions on real hot topics affecting us every day. I'm Janay, and with me I have Tolu and Victoria. Now, let's get into it. I am sure that everybody has seen the infamous variety clip of Kim Kardashian talking about her advice for the aspiring business owner. And if you haven't, I will be happy to show you right now.
They think it just comes easy to people. It doesn't, especially if you want something long term. I have the best advice for women in business. Get your fucking ass up and work. It seems like nobody wants to work these days.
Exactly. So the Kim Kardashian of privilege, of her own father, Robert Kardashian, dated Priscilla Presley, said to us, if you want to be rich, if you want to be like us, you need to get off your butt and work. Obviously very out of touch, but that leads to the whole conversation about work-life balance. What do you guys think?
Well, I've seen a lot of articles about this recently, actually, about how Generation Z isn't afraid to quit their job if it's not giving them what they want, or Generation Z wants a greater separation from work life, they want a life. And I don't know, I feel like, maybe there's been a lot more attention towards this because our generation, some of them have graduated, they're in the workforce. We saw the pandemic and how it affected everyone, and how it was people were forced to put their health at risk, and if you weren't willing to do that, as a grocery store worker, well, you could just lose your job then.
I know.
And we've grown up subconsciously accepting that when we're adults, we're gonna have to work 40 hours a week. That probably won't pay rent unless, maybe we get a job that we really hate. Maybe that'll pay rent. And we're realizing that people are just pointing out now that there's something really wrong with work culture in the United States.
Oh, most definitely. I know in Spain and in a lot of other countries, they'll have breaks in the middle of the day where everything's shut down. They call it, is it siesta, nap, something?
Oh, yeah, something.
Yeah, like that. And it's legit. We're taking a rest in the middle of the day, relax, do what you want for an hour or two, and then you go back to work.
And women too, are given a longer
maternity
time to
leave.
take care of their children.
Yes.
Before returning to work.
Oh no, in America, the stitches have not even healed. They're putting you back to the grind, okay?
Yeah.
Putting you back to work.
Yeah.
And personally, I'm not like that. With my job, once it hits 5 o'clock, maybe 5:30, if I stay, I don't know my coworkers' names. I don't know my job anymore. If it's Friday night, Saturday, I don't check my email. I'm so serious. When it's work time, it's work. I'm focused. If it's not and I'm at home, break.
And it's
break.
So interesting because I feel if you I don't know. I've watched something about this before where someone was talking about their American friends or their experience living in America after having lived in a different
country,
even if it's a different westernized country, I don't know. But they said that the first person the first thing they noticed about people who live here in American culture is when you meet someone for the first time, the first thing they ask is what do you do? What do you do? And that was so interesting to me because it's so I don't know, it's just so ingrained.
Yeah, that her whole identity.
Yeah, it's our job.
What do you do for a living? What do you? I personally believe there needs to be a middle. There's no gray area. There's black and white. Work life, life, I guess. But in other words, saying I'm gonna live my life.
Period.
I am going to live my life. I don't want to leave this earth and regret not living my life because I was working for somebody that makes me work 40 hours a week and then doesn't pay it doesn't pay for rent or anything.
Making more money than you.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I don't know.
Let's acknowledge the other side real quick. So what about the people who want to be millionaires? They want to be the 1%. Do you think if you wanted to achieve that, you would need to work like crazy? Really?
Yes, I feel if you want it, you go for it, but you still have to live life. Because you're going to regret becoming a millionaire. Let's say you're 40 and you didn't live out your 20s because you were doing this. I tell myself, I try to tell myself, work hard in your 20s, build in your 30s so you can rest in your 40s. But even then, I still tell myself, take a break. Go out, go have fun. Do things while you can while you're young. Because once you're a certain age and you can't do things, or you have a family, you have different responsibilities, it's not going to be the same. I'm not going to be 45 going to a college party.
Exactly.
That's insane.
Even though
That is
some people
insane.
do.
Yeah, like that is insane. So it's like there is a balance, and you need to know, like you need to find the balance. Work shouldn't outdo your life, and vice versa if you really want
You
it.
still have to work hard to like accomplish things, you know,
Yeah.
but you also have to ask yourself like, what does success even mean to you? You know, because
Yeah.
like
That's a good
people,
question.
That's a very
some
great
people
question.
like when they think of success, they think it's like making a lot of money, you know, and like all that. But I feel like success is more than that. You know, you really have to ask yourself like,
So what
does, like,
is success to
feel
you?
like?
Then?
I mean, that's a loaded question.
Oh.
But like success to me, like for me, like I didn't want to like pick a major in school that would just make me a lot of money. Like I
Yeah.
can't devote all that time to like a
Something you're not
major
like,
and a
yeah.
career that like I don't even care about because I'm gonna be spending like a lot of my life in that career, you know. So like money is like kind of empty to me. So and I feel like if you get so I feel like success to me is more than that. You know, it's about like building relationships with people. It's about like finding time to do things you're passionate about and like finding things that are like fulfilling for you to do. And even though success to other people, you know, it could like financial stability is still important, you know,
Yes.
but,
Most definitely, these bills got to get paid.
Yeah.
but yeah,
I
it's
mean,
a complex question, but like,
No, I
success
think that's
does
an
vary though.
excellent
Yeah.
answer.
I think it varies. Like some people feel like they're successful when they have their life together. They have a family that they love, even though like they're working, like they're doing certain things. And some people think like success is, you know, being like the next Jay-Z,
Yeah.
being there. So it does vary. But for me,
That's
success
okay.
is like, yeah, and that's okay for real. Like success is, I lean more towards your answer because I'm not in school to, I'm not saying not to make money. I do want to make money, but I don't want to regret my career choice when I'm, like I said, I'm in my 40s, like, dang, I didn't get to do what I really wanted or what I aspired to do. So it's like, for me, success is getting what you want and what you worked for. And like, yeah, being able to enjoy the fruit of your labor in a
No,
sense.
and
yeah.
I think that's an excellent way to just summarize this whole conversation that with work-life balance, yeah, we want to be somewhat successful, but our lives, what we do with it outside of work is probably the most important. Our success, our not even our success, our families, our hobbies, our relationships. And even though our conversation is finishing up, if you want to talk about what your position is, what do you think? More work, more life? Talk about it on social media, on Twitter. Tell us what you think and tag us at WatchYNN.